They buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Now I'm baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.
Welcome to the Officer Autumn podcast, the only podcast designed specifically for female cops in mind. I hope you enjoy this podcast episode. If you love the music, go check out One Time Music. He's a fellow Leo. You can check him out in the show notes. And his full song, Baptized in Blue, is at the end of this episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. What we're going to talk about is a real honest review and some of today's hottest training for police officers. So yesterday, or a couple of days ago when you received this, I attended a street cop class. I'm really excited to tell you that I attended the founder of Street Cop Training. I attended his 1-day proactive police patrol class. And I'm going to tell you right now how I feel about it. So let's dive in. I'm going to tell you straight up, if you have not checked out Dennis Benino and you have not paid attention to what Street Cop Training is, I want you to really go. Street Cop Training is really changing lives, but changing the way that we police, the way that we look at policing. I am happy to tell you that I am their first female instructor. I have not taught a class yet, so I have to be honest and tell you about that, but I am going to be really honest about how I feel about everything. And I'm going to tell you, as someone who obviously is not on the road anymore, you should know that. If you're brand new to me and you don't know that, I am not on the road anymore. I was injured in the line of duty. I don't have a cool story. I just have a really fucked up back, and I can't patrol anymore, and I'm not, and this is what I'm doing instead. I'm mentoring, coaching first responders, female officers, and that's what I do now. And so I go to this class. It's from 8 to 5:30. 8 a.m. to 5:30. At first I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no way we're staying till 5:30. Because, most of the classes that I've attended in my career, as a police officer, starting back in 2010, the classes I've attended, the majority of them, I'm dying to get the fuck out by 3. Like, done. This class, and again, I'm not even on the fucking road. And I'm like, this is honestly the information. This is what all cops need. All cops need this training. Male or female, it does not matter. The way he teaches truly was, it was amazing. It blew my mind. And I know, and Dennis preaches this from him to, and all of his instructors. It doesn't matter, like, if that doesn't jive with you, although I think every cop needs to take that class because it's like the basic, it's the fundamentals, and he's really going to get you excited about being a cop again. Look, right now is really hard. It's really hard in the political environment, especially if you live in a Democratic state like I do. It is extremely hard to be pumped up to be a cop, be pumped up to go out and do any policing. I'm going to tell you right now, he'll take care of that. I came home and I was like, oh my gosh, like, wow, like, I'm fucking pumped. I'm not even out on the road, and I'm like, let's fucking go do this. Let's go do some interdiction. Let's go get some drugs. So, like, back when I was on the road, I was into interdiction. That I took a lot of interdiction classes. I was always stopping, always going beyond, the stop. I was not writing tickets. I was not into all of that. It's just not why. That's not why I got into police work, was to run LiDAR or run radar. Truly not. Period. The end. And Dennis and I align a lot on that when he opens the class and he says, like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like, man, he's so true. Like, we really got to go beyond these stops. There's so much crime. There's like really bad people, police officers are missing because our academies are not teaching us correctly to go beyond the stop. And he just does this in such a beautiful way. He is incredibly passionate. He's incredibly knowledgeable. One thing I highly fucking respect about the guy is the fact that, like, he literally spends, honest, and I know this firsthand because I asked him, he spends like between like 5 and 8 hours, probably even more than that. Like, it's the same presentation, but whatever state he's going to, he perfects because he wants to talk with you. Like, he wants you to understand, like, this isn't just a blanket training. I'm here. I'm going to talk to you about case law. I'm going to talk to you about your laws, and this is what it means for you. And it was so good. I mean, this class had 96 police officers in it. It was amazing. Now, how many females? 4, including me. So that, obviously I want to see that change out, and it's going to change with me being an instructor for Street Cop. It's going to change because we are going to have classes with nothing but us women in there, which is awesome, which is what we need. Okay. But I really just wanted to talk to you about it. Like, if you have ever heard of Street Cop training, if you never have, they have an Instagram, they have podcasts, they have a Facebook group. And like, I suggest you go get into all of them, because if you never buy anything from them, you are going to learn so much. But if your agency will send you to training, go. They do on-demand courses. But listen, I'm going to tell you right now, spend the $200 fucking bucks. Take his class. I highly suggest you start with his class. And then you can, any class that appeals to you, take. But start with Dennis's. It was hands down the best training, from the way he taught, from the, his presentation. It was never, ever, ever, ever death by PowerPoint. It was fucking on point. He's using videos and he's teaching from them. He's telling you stories. He's giving you case law. I mean, he literally spent hours talking about case law. And I'm going to tell you, from 8 to 5:30, he kept every single student extremely attentive to everything that he said. Everybody was hanging on every word he said. He was just phenomenal. I mean, everybody clapped when he was done. There was a fucking line out the door to go shake this guy's hand. I mean, I have it on video. It's unbelievable. And the truth is like, here's like Autumn's like heartfelt like mention, and like what really I took from that was, he cares about the job. The job is not dead. And it doesn't matter what, all these fucking, the political arena and this and that. Like, we still need to be cops, and we need to go out there and stop criminals. That's why we got into this job, is to make a difference and to stop really bad people. I mean, we're talking sex trafficking, these child traffics, these human traffickers, huge, massive amounts of drugs that are getting distributed to our children, our kids, our teenagers, and killing them. Fentanyl. I mean, this is what, he's talking about going out there and doing. I mean, making huge differences, taking really bad people, murderers, rapists, child molesters, fucking, kidnapper. I mean, taking the scum of the earth off the fucking streets. That's what he's talking about. And he's teaching you, and he's not just talking. He's literally teaching you how to do this. Like, he gives you step by step, like, you do this, go out and start doing this now, and tonight, and you're going to have fucking results. Like, and he has story after story of students leaving his class and just killing it, going out there and being like, they leave his class and like an hour later they're like into shit, or that night or the next day, and like, because it works. And it's not just 1 or 2 people. It works. It's consistent. It's a consistent theme. And so I wanted to make this because I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Street Cop training and have ever taken a training. And I'm going to tell you, they're definitely the best around. And anybody who you take a training from a Street Cop is going to be top notch, because Dennis, he will not allow anybody to be subpar. He just won't. So shout out to Street Cop. We love you. You guys are obviously amazing. Dennis is the man, and all of his instructors are absolutely phenomenal. The company is phenomenal. What they stand for, I think every cop can get behind. And I just wanted to offer today's episode to you so that you can go and, you can go take his class right now. It's on demand. And then when you take it on demand, that'll give you a free ticket. Like, you can go sit in when he comes near you in the country, and he probably will because he goes everywhere, you can take his course. So there's no reasons that you're not taking that course. Straight up. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to DM me, Officer Autumn, on the socials. I'm excited and honored, as always, to be in your ears, and I'll see you next time.
They buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Ha ha. Now I'm baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. They bury me in the water in the Holy Ghost. I came out with a badge and gun and a heart that said never run. I signed up for a job you wouldn't dare to do. This ain't no green screen movie, don't compare the two. We look at your actions in the elements and everything relevant. If they line up, prepare to pay the consequence. You do dirt, you get cuffed, no bluff. It's ignorant to think we will shoot with your hands up if you the police. You feel the world is against you, like every call you go to, people trying to tempt you. Well, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. I ride on the devil, I ain't scary, and I ain't worried. You want my life, come take it, it's gonna be a fight. I take you to the light, like Will and Bright. I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I can't explain the pain when I see a name on the wall. All I feel is rage, put me in a cage, let me brawl. Sometimes I can't help but cry, like why did he die? I know it was him, but it could have been I. What about the kids? What about the spouse? Yeah, now who gon' put food inside them babies' mouth? It's a bigger picture when the officer down. Domino effect, Blue Nation, family, country, and town. The media don't cover us. Well, maybe Fox, cause MSNBC and CNN surely don't care about cops. Politicians more concerned about protecting the legal instead of laying the law down and protecting the people. Let me get off my soapbox before I curse. I don't seen way too many cops riding in hearse. Well, I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. If I'm faced with a mission, I'm gonna complete it. If that means being deleted, I live with the credence. I do this for the combat vets and LEOs. When I'm suited, ready to go, it's either friend or foe. Only Lord knows what my future's in store. I only kill with the hope to see more, so God don't close that door. If I take a life, it's him or me, with the hopes to survive, not bigotry. I go in situations that you cannot imagine, deal with things that you cannot fathom. Know it, but so I'd rather fight for a cause than live for nothing. So when you read my headstone, you know I died for something. You hypersensitive, she complain by justified force. You blame the cops first, that don't work, you blame the courts. But I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.